Connor McDavid can do everything except lift the one trophy that matters. He slices coast to coast like a video game glitch, shatters speed records, and already owns 1,000 career points at just 28. Yet after falling 4-2 to Florida in the 2025 Stanley Cup Final, his ring count remains frozen at 0. Hockey's brightest comet is burning alone in the northern sky, and the reason isn't a mystery. It's a checklist that grows longer, heavier, and more unforgiving with every fresh season of heartbreak. Edmonton's front office gamble on stars over structure has produced endless highlight reels, but not a single championship banner fluttering above Rogers Place, leaving fans to wonder how long sheer brilliance can postpone bitter reality. Stick around as we peel back the layered, sometimes painful truth behind every missing piece holding the Oilers hostage, and why each lost day nudges McDavid closer to a legacy that neither teammates, rivals, nor the hockey world at large ever wanted to see etched in stone. Last season, even an oblique strain couldn't stop McDavid from piling up 100 points in just 67 games. A down year by his own ludicrous standards. The year before, 132 points, totals that make the ghosts of Wayne and Mario stir. Power play percentages soared, speed tracking data confirmed he's faster than ever, and his defensive zone takeaways jumped 20%. Yet every blistering rush ends with the same obituary: no parade down White Avenue. Fans chant MVP, but banners mock back, just not enough. The harsh reality is simple. One generational player, no matter how transcendent, can't drag a half-finished roster up a championship mountain, and each May that ends in heartbreak deepens the psychological toll, even on a superstar wired to ignore the noise. But that wasn't the whole story. When Florida smelled blood in the final, Stuart Skinner's glove hand might as well have been a screen door. His goal saved above expected dipped into the negatives, and rebound control deserted him. Backup Calvin Pickard never saw the ice, a silent reminder of Edmonton's goalie carousel dating back to Cam Talbot's burnout and Mikko Koskinen's cap-crushing misfire. This summer's rumor mill has spun through Thatcher Demko, John Gibson, and even an audacious Linus Ullmark pitch, but nothing materialized. A brief flirtation with Carter Hart imploded overnight amid off-ice uncertainty, proof the Oilers are shopping in desperation mode rather than confidence. Elite teams start from the crease out. Edmonton built a mansion on quicksand, and every spring flood washes their hopes away. Yet shaky nets aren't the only cracks. Remember that nervous twitch whenever an opposing forward crossed Edmonton's blue line? It's the byproduct of asking Darnell Nurse at $9.25 million to be both shutdown monster and roving quarterback. Evan Bouchard's historic $14 million AAV extension kicks in next year, rewarding sublime offense but leaving pennies for depth after the top pair. The rest of the defense resembles musical chairs. Young Philip Broberg still hasn't seized a role. Brett Kulak can't log 22 playoff minutes without hemorrhaging scoring chances, and veteran Matthias Ekholm is asked to play mentor and firefighter simultaneously. Excessive workloads led to the Oilers' blue liners ranking dead last in average sprint speed, tracked in the final. Fatigue became the Panthers' sixth attacker, and Florida feasted, and when fatigue sets in, scoring dries up. Against the Panthers, McDavid and Draisaitl were a combined -6 at 5-on-5, yet the bottom six produced only 2 even-strength goals in the entire series. Corey Perry, 40, hinted at retirement. Connor Brown walked for more security elsewhere. Ryan McLeod's offensive ceiling appears stuck at energy line plus. Kailer Yamamoto never rediscovered his rookie magic, and depth additions are sparse. A league minimum flyer on Curtis Lazar, and a rookie winger from Liga named to watch lists, but untested on NHL ice. Playoff juggernauts like Vegas and Florida roll 4 lines that can all steal a game. Edmonton's bottom half is content to survive shifts. Depth wins championships. Duct tape doesn't. Coaching tweaks try to hide those holes, but history repeats. Chris Knoblauch's mid-season promotion sparked a power play renaissance that flirted with a record-breaking 34%, yet Florida still snuffed it out by clogging zone entries and daring Edmonton to score ugly. Knoblauch is the 5th bench boss in 8 seasons. Each new philosophy resets the roster's tactical GPS. Todd McClellan prized structure. Ken Hitchcock doubled down on defensive layers. Dave Tippett went run and gun. Jay Woodcroft tried hybrid chaos. And now Knoblauch aims for speed possession purity. That rotating cast left role players confused. Analytics showed forwards not named McDavid or Draisaitl saw their expected goals share swing 10% between coaches. Until the Oilers forge a singular identity beyond give 97 the puck, opponents will keep writing the ending. Consistency costs cap space, and that's the next headache. Across the league, Carolina sprinted off with Nikolaj Ehlers, Vegas landed Mitch Marner, and Seattle even nabbed a sneaky steal in Anthony Duclair. Edmonton, meanwhile, topped every free agency losers list for overspending while standing pat. Owed bonus payouts and front-loaded deals choked the team's ability to pivot. Ken Holland, or his rumored successor Steve Stamkos, can only bargain hunt. Cap gymnastics meant dumping a second-round pick just to unload Cody Cece's contract, leaving a hole but no money to patch it. The prospect cupboard offers glimmers, Xavier Bourgault and Bo Aki, but counting on kids to solve veteran problems rarely ends well. Standing still in an arms race is effectively moving backward, and as the roster stalls, outside noise grows. Vegas smells blood. Insiders whisper about a desert super team, marketing deals stretching the length of the strip, and the lure of a state tax-free son where his salary glitters a little brighter. Meanwhile, Toronto bloggers daydream about an emotional homecoming that would pair McDavid with Austin Matthews and turn every Saturday night into a national holiday. Publicly, the captain pledges loyalty. Privately, he wants a clear, believable path to a cup before he turns 30. Friends note how Leon Draisaitl's own extension talks could tip the scales. If Leon bolts, does Connor follow? Agents quietly remind him that modern icons are judged by rings as much as records, and that endorsement dollars skyrocket when silverware is involved. Each empty June nudges the internal scale a notch toward change, while fans paint "Stay 97 Stay" across downtown windows. Loyalty is a virtue, yes, but legacy is immortal. If Edmonton can't erect a fortress around its crown jewel, the NHL might witness its most seismic free agency defection since Gretzky's earth-shaking move to Los Angeles. Even if McDavid stays put, there's another ticking clock almost no one talks about: cumulative wear and tear. Edmonton's core logs monster minutes every winter, then drags those same legs through 2-month playoff gauntlets. By Game 6 against Florida, Zach Hyman was playing through a cracked rib, Leon Draisaitl nursed a high ankle sprain, and Mattias Ekholm admitted his hip felt like borrowed parts. The Oilers' top 8 skaters averaged more ice time in the 2025 postseason than any remaining cup contender, a workload that turns tiny strains into chronic and eventually career-altering injuries. Advanced tracking shows McDavid's top speed bursts dipped 3% from round 1 to the final, a microscopic drop that still shaves split seconds off rush chances. Depth isn't just about scoring, it's about load management that keeps stars explosive when the margin for error shrinks to inches. Until Edmonton can trust a third pair to soak up minutes or a fourth line to close out defensive shifts, the franchise will keep rolling snake eyes in the health lottery, and the Stanley Cup demands perfect odds. With bodies wearing down alongside patience, the final verdict looms. Connor McDavid remains a once-in-a-century athlete prowling the ice in peak form. But hockey is the ultimate group project. Goaltending gaffes, defensive lapses, and a hollow bottom six keep turning his magnum opus into tragic verse. The Oilers' win now window, once propped open by rookie deal discounts, is slammed nearly shut by cap bloat and roster stagnation. Unless Edmonton trades quicksand for cement, securing a true number, one goalie, importing reliable depth, and escaping its own payroll dungeon, McDavid's name risks becoming the hockey equivalent of Dan Marino. Brilliance without jewelry. The clock ticks louder with every lost spring. Will the Oilers finally make the bold moves that transform their comet into a constellation? Or will history remember McDavid as the brightest star never to wear a ring? Edmonton has the next move. Blink, and that chance might be gone forever. Thanks for watching. Drop your take below. What single move would finally get McDavid the glory he deserves?